A typical Monday morning, a man with the nickname Oniisan receives a message that he is expected on the train. After getting on the train, he is pushed against a schoolgirl, but he manages to put his hands up. The girl with the nickname Ai assures that she is fine thanks to the airbag. The man remembers how he met the girl. It was Monday and the day was extremely nasty. Despite the work done, the boss scolded and ordered to redo the work. Then he realized how tired he was and began to think about ending the torment. At this time, the schoolgirl ran and fell down the stairs onto the man. She visited him at the hospital to apologize. Since then, they see each other every Monday at the station because the girl needs to attend a school board meeting. She asked him to be a bodyguard because she trusts him. This event brightened up his everyday life, and Monday became more pleasant. At work, the same charming girl nicknamed Kuhai-chan greets a man nicknamed Senpai and hands him documents. She notices that he is tired and suggests not to overdo it. He says that the boss does not accept his job again and needs to be redone. Then the girl offers her help, but the man tries to refuse. However, she stands her ground and he agrees. In the end, everything goes well. In the evening, she suggests going out to dinner, but he replies that he has just been written to sort out the documents. She warns him that at this rate he may burn out and he asks for the help of a reliable colleague. The girl cannot refuse to help. She opens the office in an unusual way and they start working hard. By morning they finish and go home together. The man nicknamed Kachu chastises Oniisan and then leaves. He thinks about how to relieve tension and sees an advertisement for a gym. A man comes to a trial session where a girl coach shows him exercises for different muscle groups. After finishing the workout, the girl praises Kachu for perseverance and commitment. Ai-chan is amused that the man spent the weekend watching anime, although he said that he joined the gym. He says that on the first day he was exhausted and he decided to give up. At work, he hands over his project and the boss calmly says that there is no hurry in this project. Next Monday morning, the alarm clock on the phone rings and falls into the hands of a sleeping girl. She has breakfast, washes up and runs to study. At this time, the man is in his thoughts about the fact that girls like Ai-chan attract attention. For him, she has become a kind spirit that calms down in the morning. He, in turn, can only admire her beauty and protect her from unnecessary attention. He remembers asking her name after the hospital and how she replied that he should call her Ai-chan. There are a lot of people on the train again and both have to stand close. A man thinks that a girl is popular and has a lot of admirers, but he would like to enjoy his youth with her. She hands over another button for good luck. She also asks about thoughts about her and that guy and says she will tell another secret. She says that the button from her uniform is for part-time work. She adds that part-time work is prohibited at her school, so it's a secret. The following Monday, Ai-chan shows off his summer school uniform. She admits that she doesn't like the summer uniform, so she wears a vest. Her stomach is rumbling and Oniisan hears it. She says she's worried about the physical and the weight, so she didn't have breakfast. The man says that the girl looks good, but the girl stands her ground and says that for her height she weighs too much. It is clear why. She stands on her toes and the button flies off. She compares their height and the man jokes that he drank a lot of milk. At school, Ai-chan is approached by her friend, nicknamed Volleyboo-chan, and jokes about Ai-chan's size. She also understands by touch what kind of underwear a girl is wearing. At the medical examination, Ai-chan can help with the scales, but she has recorded the initial measurement, which the girl is dissatisfied with. At the height measurement, the girl pulls her head up, but her attempts to become taller are stopped. Later, Volleyboo-chan asks about her worries about growth. The girl reaches out to her and shows the difference. The girl says she will try to drink more milk. A woman with red lipstick suggests Kuhai-chan to go on a group date. Kuhai-chan refuses, referring to a guy in his hometown. She is told that long-distance relationships are a dubious pleasure. However, the girl still stands her ground. Senpai gets into the conversation and says that he and Kuhai-chan are busy, so the girl won't be able to go anyway. When the woman leaves, she thanks for the help. Later, Kuhai-chan, clearly not himself, begins to behave inappropriately. She sniffs a client of their firm and says that the man smells like cigarettes. After that, she crawls and sniffs Senpai and says that his smell is more familiar to her. Later, he carries her home and chastises her for her behavior. She says she already knows because her parents told her about it all the time. Therefore, she refuses to meet men on the pretext that there is a guy in her hometown. Later, after work, he offers to teach her how to drink. She happily agrees to the offer, asking if he is treating her. He replies that after her question, he won't do it. The following Monday, Oniisan expresses dissatisfaction with the summer because of the heat. He sees Ai-chan and begins to consider summer not such a bad time. They drive together and the girl offers to hold the briefcase and puts it on her briefcase and says it's convenient. She also says that her summer holidays are starting and the man is upset that they won't see each other for a long time. She says she is going to the beach or the sea, to which Oniisan asks her to be careful. She says that she will have a volleyball master with her, a good and strong defender, which angers Oniisan. She shows a picture of her friend and he calms down. She also says that this is her first trip to the sea. There is a blockage at work and he will not see any vacation. Only one button warms the soul. He receives a message from Ai-chan in which she writes that the trip has been cancelled. She attaches a photo in a swimsuit to show off. She writes that it's a pity not to use a swimsuit and suggests going to the sea on the weekend. He gladly agrees to the offer. The next Monday, Oniisan suffers from a toothache on the train. Ai-chan checks for caries and suggests contacting a dentist as a matter of urgency. The man says that it was necessary to go to him immediately when problems were noticed at the medical examination. The girl is surprised that adults also have medical examinations. He says that they constantly have some kind of lifestyle problems that teenagers are not told about. The girl says there are problems. Once they had an X-ray at a medical examination and the doctors told her that they had never seen such a large shadow in the picture. The train shook violently and the girl asked about her health. After that, she handed over a pill of painkillers. In the evening, in dentistry, a pretty beautiful girl starts an appointment and calms the patient, saying that she does not hurt. Next, she uses an interesting anesthesia and later says that she has finished her work. Kachu looks at the result and notices Oniisan in the hallway. Oniisan asks about the boss's hairstyle. He replies that it was an excellent anesthesia. The nurse calls Oniisan for treatment, but he will have a male doctor, which is why screams are heard. After some time, Oniisan decides to take advantage of the girl's invitation and visit the cafe where she works. She spills the liquid and hastily wipes it off. The man notices the guy's look and is very unhappy about it. She asks about the order and he chooses the first one that comes to hand. She whispers that her shift will end soon and offers to wait for her at the station, to which the man agrees. After a while, he looks at the waitresses and thinks their uniforms look great. The man notices the problem and rushes to inform the girl that the good luck charm will bounce soon. After his words, this happens. The girl looks at the shirt, from which the button flew off, and decides to give it to the man. The next Monday, the girl is angry about the upcoming school marathon. She says that it will be unpleasant and also complains that the organizers do not shorten the distance for overweight people. While running, the girl gets very tired. Her friend runs with her, who does not feel discomfort. Ai-chan asks what the secret is, but she only replies that she trains a lot, so she doesn't feel tired. Then the girl clarifies what exactly she is asking and Volleyboo-chan is glad that the girl is interested in her body and flies off into her fantasies. Ai-chan returns her to her seat and asks again. This time, a friend says that she needs the right running technique as well as a special sports bra. Ai-chan says she's doing everything right and she doesn't forget about clothes. A friend decides to check and realizes that she is not lying. With additional support, the girl feels that it has become easier for her to run and she accelerates the pace. In the evening, Oniisan looks at the ceiling out of fatigue and receives a message from Ai-chan. She sends a photo of where she finishes. A man dreams of his classmate saying goodbye to him and asking him to come to a meeting of classmates. She shyly twists a lock of hair and says that she will become a beauty when they see each other in a few years. He wakes up and rushes to the store to get some food. He rides the bus and remembers how he lived next door to a girl and went to school. Later, he arrived at the alumni meeting and saw a beautiful woman. He recognized her as the same classmate from the habit of twisting a lock of hair. She said that she had graduated and went to work in her father's store, and also could not find a good man in any way, as only jerks climb. She laughs at the fact that the man recognized her only today. She also asks him if she has become more beautiful, as promised. The man nods silently. She offers to try buns with her. The next day, she also jokes that a man needs to monitor his diet or needs someone who will cook his breakfast. Snowy Monday. Oniisan greets Ai-chan and asks how she spent Christmas. The girl dryly replies that she spent it as usual. She's more interested in when the train arrives. She says that the unknown is terrible and offers to go to his house if the flight is cancelled. The man definitely did not expect such an offer. The awkwardness disappears when the train arrives. However, it stops because of the snowfall. She decides to tell him that she spent Christmas working part-time, as they pay more during the holidays. She also adds that she does not want to say goodbye to childhood because she is treated like an adult. She suggests making sure of this at his house. The train starts moving and the man does not let the girl fall. She says she's joking because she's already taken one step towards adulthood. These words shock him. She explains that her size used to be I, and now J, and waves to him until the next meeting. Kuhai-chan wakes up and cleans himself up. She remembers that she has a date with Senpai, and this is a special day. The girl is nervous and fussing to get to work as soon as possible. On the way, she catches many interested glances, but the girl does not notice them. Upon arriving at work, Senpai greets her and notices something interesting. He hints to her about his find and the girl is immediately embarrassed. She says that no one will marry her now. To this, the man replies that then she will not go on maternity leave and he will continue to rely on her. The girl says that then he will take responsibility, to which the guy agrees and then understands the meaning of her words. He makes the girl laugh with his reaction. Ai-chan cleans the room and finds a stack of books by his favorite author under the bed. Picking up the book, she discovers discs with interesting content. Oniisan returns home and burns with shame. The girl starts telling him off for the discs. She says she understands that he needs them, but she doesn't like that the girls on these discs have the same shape as her. The man explains that this uniform is not only cute. The girl gets angry and accidentally steps on one of the discs. The man is very indignant at such a loss. Later, after her shift, she looks at herself in the mirror and decides to come to Oniisan. She says she is ashamed that she broke someone else's thing. She takes off her coat. She suggests looking at her in this form and not at others. It's another Monday morning. Oniisan removes a petal from Ai-chan's head. She suggests removing the other one. On the train, she notices the exhausted look of a man after spring break. He says that he has been working all this time and only today he has regained his strength. She gives 2 amulets for good luck and remembers how they appeared. She and her sister watched a cartoon and decided to repeat what was happening. She overdid it a little. She also says that her sister will go to the same school. At school, a girl is greeted in her own way by her friend. At lunch, the younger sister brings breakfast and sits on Bolly-boo-chan's lap. The two of them are unhappy that Ai-chan leaves early in the morning to meet someone. She explains that she does this to boost her energy. However, the girls don't understand her. At work, Oniisan looks at the buttons and then begins to work. In her first year of study, a girl nicknamed Megami-chan confesses her feelings to her teacher, nicknamed Sensei. However, he rejects her feelings despite all the efforts of the girl. The girl promises that she will melt his heart and leaves. In the next year of study, the girl shows herself from the best sides both physically and mentally. She becomes the head of the student council. In the third year of study, the girl tells Sensei that she is being invited on dates. The man does not react to provocations in any way, and then the girl says that she will agree to a date and have a great summer and leaves. When she disappears from view, the man begins to feel sad. The girl sees this and runs to refuse the boyfriend with a creepy smile. On the last day, the girl says that in these 3 years she has not managed to conquer him. She says she'll drown out her feelings, provided he doesn't lie. The girl leaves in tears. She comes to him in the evening. She points to the date and says that they are no longer a teacher or a student. She starts crying and asks to talk about her feelings. He hugs her and confesses his feelings. The girl screams with joy and shows that she recorded his confession, and also shows the real date. Kuhai-chan expresses a desire to fly to the place as soon as possible to rest. Senpai reminds the girl that they are flying on a business trip. However, the girl says that work will not hurt to enjoy. Passing through the frame of the metal detector, the girl sounds a signal. It is viewed in detail with another device, which other people are interested in. It turns out she had the key that Senpai gave her. Upon arrival, they hold a presentation for clients, which goes well. In the evening, they decide to celebrate it at the hotel. He asks the girl what she should take from the store. She opens the door and offers to go together. The guy closes the door and asks to get dressed first, and also adds that they had fun for today and wishes good night. The next day, they return home when the girl again receives a signal from behind the keys. Megami-chan invites Sensei to go to the beach. With gestures, he replies that he refuses because he does not want others to see her in a swimsuit. She says that you need to brag about such a beautiful girl, but the man is still against it. Then the girl uses a trump card, namely she talks about a tan after the beach. This suggestion persuades him and he agrees. In the evening, Oniisan sees Sensei and believes that he already sees him. Later, he realizes that this is his neighbor. Sensei is just meeting Megami-chan, who is dressed in a school uniform. She begins to offer her beloved things that are difficult to refuse. The man sees that they are being overheard and goes home as soon as possible. Oniisan is jealous of him because he would also like to have a beloved. However, he puts aside thoughts of the girl. Ai-chan writes to him with an offer to meet on the weekend, which he thinks is very nice and immediately agrees. The girl is amused by his quick response and offers to go to the farm. They see each other on weekends. She offers him her drink and then complains that the seat belts are not made for her. A little later, she asks about his tired appearance. He replies that he hasn't been sleeping much lately because of the noisy neighbors. The girl offers to deal with the neighbors, but the man says that he is embarrassed. At this time, Megami-chan is only happy that they are rumored. Returning to Oniisan and Ai-chan, they have already reached the right place. After walking around the garden and feeding the horses, Ai-chan is jealous of a man for a farm worker. To distract him, the man offered to go to the sheep, who showed interest in the girl's shorts. At the end of the day, they stopped at a gas station where the girl offered to wash the windshield. Ai-chan watched Oniisan's reaction, and then she thanked him for the day. The following Monday, Ai-chan notices that Oniisan looks rested. The man replies that he is getting enough sleep now, but he did not negotiate with the neighbors. Shortly before that, Megami-chan noticed that Sensei was ill and began caring for him. In the evening, he woke up and saw that his beloved was asleep, decided to do something with her. She woke up and checked that the man no longer had a fever. He was hiding the measuring tape. The next day, Kuhai-chan tells Senpai that he is jealous of the girl. The fact is that they saw a man in a jewelry store who carefully chose a ring for the bride. Senpai asks you to choose your expressions, otherwise she will not get married. However, the girl was no longer asleep and did not listen to him. At this time, Sensei returned home, where he was met by Megami-chan. She joked that he brought cakes or a bouquet of flowers as a token of gratitude. However, he brought her an engagement ring and asked her to marry him. The girl burst into tears and said that she did not have time to record it on a dictaphone. As a result, they moved, the man says. Later, Ai-chan and his sister leave the house and see new neighbors. Next, the girl's mom finds someone's bra on the balcony. She asks whose daughters have it, but they deny it. They ask if it's not hers, but mom replies that she hasn't worn them for 10 years. She also adds that thanks to such a thing, the girls were born and invites them to bow to him. Ai-chan assumes that the bra was blown away by the wind, and together with his sister they go to look for the owner. They are opened by Megami-chan, who is pleased with the lovely guests and invites them to tea. She also confirms that the clothes belong to her. She tells them that she got married the other day, but there were no wedding photos. The reason is that not everyone likes the teacher-student relationship. This information shocks the girls. She asks if they have a relationship. The younger one gets lost in thought, thinking about Volleyboo-chan, but starts to get confused. Ai-chan, on the other hand, stops reacting to others with his thoughts. Kuhai-chan is having lunch with Senpai and sees that he is not paying attention to her. She looks at the TV, which shows the cheerleaders of the local baseball team. She notices the excellent work of the cameraman, and the man tells the girl to be more careful or I will shoot her as well. She replies that she was not filmed like that and offers to return to work. He asks if there were any more incidents like with that photo. One day she accidentally sent him a photo that he had saved. At this time, Baseball-kun gets a bunch of questions about his childhood friend, who grew up and became the object of adoration for many. In the evening, a childhood friend nicknamed Cheer-chan asks a guy if she wants to become a model. He replies that he doesn't care, but when she leaves, he grabs his head. Later, at the Baseball-kun store, they leaf through magazines with his girlfriend's participation with their friends. He remembers how they played together as children and remembers her gradual growing up. A girl knocks on the guys and laughs at the fact that it turns out the guy likes her. And if that's the case, then let him buy a magazine. That's what he's doing. The next day, his friends ask about the big responsibility. The fact is that in an interview, the girl said that she loves her childhood friend. Somewhere on vacation, Kuhai-chan and Senpai are fighting for the first place in ping pong. With a clear advantage, the girl wins. At night, Senpai decides to go to the hot spring to swim and hears that Kuhai-chan is behind the wall. She suggests we meet in the hallway. After that, she drinks a can of drink and offers to sit in a massage chair. Senpai hears that their superiors are walking down the corridor and specifically greeting the men so that they do not hear the sounds of the girl. When he comes back in, he sees that the girl is almost asleep in the chair and asks him to take her back to the room. On the way back, the girl admires the trip and offers to swim together again, which shocks her colleagues. The following Monday, Ai-chan shows a video of her hitting the TV. Oniisan remembers about a recent star and asks the girl about offers to become a model. She asks for his opinion. He says he's against anyone else taking pictures of her. Then the girl decides to show him a photo in a suit. Later, Cheer-chan apologizes to a friend for the interview. She says that her popularity increased after that. She also asks to be allowed to copy her homework, and in return she will allow you to take a picture of her. He hands over his notebook and turns away from her. She starts to rewrite and adds that you have to pay for the photos. The guy replies that he does not intend to take pictures. The next day, Ai-chan wipes the board but does not reach the top lines. She is offered help by Volleyboo-chan and picks her up in his arms. Clothes are tearing up and an angry girl is calling somewhere in the afternoon. They come to the lingerie store, where the girl is measured, and then the girl cries because the clothes are expensive. Megami-chan comes out of the next fitting room and greets the girls. She says she wants to please her husband, and then says that it will become even more difficult for girls to choose clothes. She also says that a large size spoils the silhouette of a wedding dress, and also reminds of the importance of underwear. Ai-chan asks about the wedding. The girl confirms that they have decided to have a wedding and invites the girls. Later, the girls discuss the wedding and Volleyboo-chan goes off into his fantasies. Because of this, the girl almost crashes into a pole. At home, the girl is congratulated on overcoming the meter mark. The girls have difficulty buttoning the Ai-chan blouse. At this time, their mother comes in and asks them to hurry up. The wedding ceremony begins and they exchange rings. Sensei lifts the veil and the girl is embarrassed because of the lack of bangs, but they still kiss and leave the church, where everyone congratulates them. At this time, Cheer-chan is at a photo shoot and sees the wedding taking place. Kuhai-chan and Senpai pass by. The girl admires the bride, wanting to be in her place. However, the man tells her again not to talk about this to other men. At this time, the bride throws a bouquet and Ai-chan catches it. She does not understand what to do next and Megami-chan wishes good luck with the relationship.